The Neon Ghost Show.
Are you ready?
Hi, buddy.
What's going on, man?
What's going on? You know, one thing I was thinking about? Everyone gets like the case of the Mondays and all that stuff, which like I don't get. Like it's Monday, it's another day of the week other than having to get the kid to school. But I have found I get excited when it's Monday and I know we're gonna do this.
So do I.
Right. And like now when come up with the things we gotta talk about or whatever, going back and rewatching the old things, like I get excited, be like, oh, I forgot about this. I forgot about man. Can Monday get here? Like I went to bed last night. I woke up this morning. I was like, oh yeah, like I get to talk to Rhino about cards and wrestling today. Like, yes, it's Monday.
I was thinking the same thing. I was doing some deep dives on different Elimination Chamber stuff for today's podcast. And I'm going back and I'm watching it. I'm rewatching the first one and I'm like, holy God, like these were amazing.
Yeah.
Like Elimination Chamber started off insane. Is that like next level, obviously. So yeah, I was excited for today's.
So first off, what cards did you see this weekend? Wait, when I was watching the Whatnot, what is the one that you called it the Russian nesting doll of cards?
Oh, Pristine. So Topps Baseball comes out with a Topps Pristine Baseball, and it is a tri-fold pack. So it's you open it up and you get an encased card, so in a one touch, and then it has a pack with 2 cards in it. And then it has another pack with like 3 or 4 cards in it. So it's like a nesting doll of trading cards. It's incredible.
It was so fun watching you open that because it was just pack. And then the one where the pack had sealed itself to the other pack and you're like trying to open it. Like I was like, this is nuts.
Yeah. And they like sealed themselves on the top. They just basically sealed themselves with it, which drove me nuts trying to open it up. And that's one of the things like on live, some of these guys that can just rip packs super quick and just fire them open, no problem. I'm over there still like, trying to daintily do it so I don't ruin people's cards and stuff. Some people just grip and rip and they don't care. Because, Pristine is, what is that? It was like $500 a box. So you want to be careful with these people's cards, cool. In general, whether it's a dollar card, you want to be careful with their cards. But when somebody's spending $500 of their hard-earned money with us, like I'm going to treat that thing like a newborn child because I want you to try to grade it. If I don't want the issues to be because of me.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
And I think it came out of the Skybox Metal. First off, what is Skybox Metal? Because I noticed it's a collection of sports.
It is, yes. Yeah. So the smorgasbord of sports that Upper Deck signs exclusivity with. So Upper Deck is the only company that you're able to get Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods autographs from. They signed like this long-term super deal with Upper Deck. So in Skybox used to make everything. Like Upper Deck made baseball, they made basketball, they made all the stuff back in the day. Now with this, it's just a multi-sport of like vets. Then they'll throw in Michael Jordan, they'll throw in that. Then they have some soccer players, some swimming people. What's cool about the product, and it doesn't get enough attention, you can get these rookie cards or these high-end people. Dennis Rodman's daughter, right? So she was in there. Her rookie card was in the 24 that we opened up. There's numbered ones. You can get autoed ones. You can get a lot of these athletes from around the world that a lot of people just don't know about. Bo Nickel was in there before he was super popular with the UFC. So like 2 years ago, his rookie card was in there. So Skybox Metal is just a smorgasbord of a bunch of different athletes from around the world that Upper Decks is signing exclusivity with, which is just a heck of a lot of fun to open it up. And then what you're alluding to as well on there with it is that we pulled an acetate Tiger Woods, which wound up being a short print for Tiger Woods and sold for almost $800.
For real? How much did the dude pay for that box?
$150.
And that one card, I mean, he's either going to keep it or he could sell it for $800.
Yep.
That card was sick too.
His card was so sick. I was shocked when I saw that card because like you always want to pull a Tiger Woods or a Jordan, something fun for people like that. But the people that they know, like getting a Rodman card was fun, getting the rookie. But when you pull an acetate Tiger Woods that's been sitting in that box for a year and a half, it's just been sitting on my shelf for a year and a half. Like I sold through the first 6 that I had because I don't take a lot of those just because it's a special clientele. Like Goodwin Champions is very similar. Skybox, like what's a lot of fun with the Skybox is they have precious metal gems in them. And what that means is like their cards like to be red, green. Some of the most expensive Michael Jordan cards out there are these like red precious metal gems, they're called. And they just say that on there. And there's no gem involved, but it looks like a ruby, basically, the card color. And we pulled a couple of those out of that box as well. Getting those graded, holding on to those for a while with the from the athlete can go up in price significantly as well. And then like the green one was numbered. I think we pulled an out of 50 out of that box. So it was all in all, that live was just fantastic. We had a new customer come on and he was just going crazy with us.
Yeah.
So yeah, and new customers like that get treated. Every customer gets treated well with me, but that one we did like a quicker shipping process, as well as he bought a lot of hobby boxes and stuff. So we had to give him. We sleeve every single rookie. We top load your big hits, and then we'll team bag all the rookies together. The man had a package, like a box, going out to him.
And unless like I tell you, keep those base cards, everything you open, you ship out to whoever bought it.
100%. Yeah. So it's a lot of whatnot people on there won't ship base, and it makes sense. It's expensive. Like we try not to charge the customer too much money for shipping, right? So we'll put on there $4 for shipping. Well, if I open up two hobby boxes for you, it's well over $4 if you want every single card that comes out of there. I mean, that's it's 20 packs, 10 to 12 cards a pack, and you want every single thing. Like that's pretty pricey. But again, it's your card. Like that's what we ask every single people. You're the one who spent your money on it. We want to get you the stuff that you paid for. Mass majority of individuals will just say they just want their rookie cards, rookies, inserts, and like top hits. That's it.
Was that the like after seeing you open it, not knowing what it was? Like, do you have skyboxes at the shop anymore, or was that the
No,
last one?
that was the last one. We have Goodwin Champions, which are somewhat similar. Just Skybox holds a higher echelon of a name. But yeah, that was the last one that we have. We buy them every year they come out. So 26 will be coming out. We'll get one as well. And I usually open one or two boxes because again, dude, if you hit a Jordan auto, like a precious metal gems,
That's over.
low number, like it's insane money. Insane money.
Yeah. I was like, I'd never heard of it. And so when you were opening, I was like, oh, what's this? And then like there were cool cards. And then the way you were holding the tiger, and you were like, you said something to the effect of like, what is up with this card? But it was Tiger, and then there was the football player behind him. So I thought it was like some type of weird dual combo thing.
That's what I thought too. I was like, why would they be on there together?
Yeah, that's what I was like, why are they? And then when you moved it, I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, flipping acetate card.
Yeah.
That was crazy. And you know what's interesting is so like every week we get to see fun cards come in. So I got back a PSA order. It had a Paul Skeens Color Blast in it, PSA 10, which when I open the pack myself at the shop because I always like to see some of the new products, make the video about it. And I pulled a Color Blast. At the time of opening, it was like a $450 card. Getting it back from PSA in a 10 made it a $1,250 card. I sold it the next day, right? I had a guy come up, sold it the next day. So those were fun. We had a lot. We bought some cards and then sold them very, very quickly in there. So my football case is depleted. But the bet right. But the best thing about the week, I got to tell you. So we had a gentleman come in, and he's selling some memorabilia for one of his friends, and I picked up just two pieces that I'm gonna use for giveaways this Saturday at the Topps Rip event. I picked up an all-star autographed Barry Bonds baseball, and then I picked up an 8x11, whatever size of standard photo is,
8x11
of Magic Johnson on autograph on there. So I'm gonna use those two as part of the giveaways for this weekend. The guy had though, but it didn't have the authentication. It was an autographed Tiger Woods golf ball with like a Tiger Woods stand that was right there, but it had no authentication. So it's basically like give the guy $800 and take a risk and try to get it authenticated. I just told him I just can't do that because if it winds up not being a real Tiger Woods golf ball, then I have a golf ball with black marker on it.
With some dude that rode on it.
Exactly. And I can't take that. But I was able to get two cool pieces. So somebody this weekend's going to win a Barry Bonds autographed baseball and a Magic Johnson autographed photo.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What on Omar made like a little box thing for you when you were opening something, and up on the top there was ones they kind of look like Easter eggs.
Yes.
What is that?
Yeah, so that's the top Easter egg
Oh, it really is.
packs that came out. Yeah, so those are filled with like one like fat pack basically of cards, and they have special inserts in there that are only in that egg. So like they'll have special Easter borders on there. And those are in my shop right now. They're at the shop. I got a ton of cases of them. But those ones, yeah. So those ones come out every single year from Topps, because this week was Series One, Topps 2026 Series One baseball release. For us in the shop, it was the best baseball release that we've had in a very long time. People were incredibly excited
Really?
for this product. Yeah, first customer of the day, 10:03, walked in and bought an entire case of jumbos from me. So, and those are what I had them. I think I had them for 240 a box. So I was one of the better deals around with us. But yeah, he bought the entire case right away, brought back his hits. He's actually the one that came in a few days later to show me like what he got in there, and sold me stuff because he bought a case of Allen and Ginter from me before. But I bought a Paul Skeens out of 50 auto from him. I bought a Paul Skeens patch auto out of 99 from him. Oh, he hit actually a Bryce Harper Moby out of 25 dual auto. And we're all sitting there, we're trying to figure out like, what does Moby have to do with Bryce Harper? It's Bryce Harper's walkout song. The Moby plays Bryce Harper's walkout
Oh,
song,
that
and
makes sense.
it's
That's
a
cool
dual
though.
auto, and it's the only music one that was done in that set. So that's the crazy thing about this set. It has so much chasing it. People are chasing the 1952 Mickey Mantle redemption. People are chasing the 2 tickets to the World Series. People are chasing the All Kings, the All Aces. Like, it has a ton. Oh, the home field advantage. A ton of opportunity for case hits inside this box. Or Willy Wonka's golden ticket with the Mickey Mantle.
Yeah, that I saw them announce that. That it's nuts.
Yeah, I can't keep it in stock. We just ordered as much as I could get. Now they're sold out on the websites too, but I can't keep the stuff in stock. It's going to be a very popular product for a while.
What is more popular right now, baseball cards or football cards, or are they even?
So football's kind of dying out. It's really expensive, and that's the problem with it, is that football is like you're good, like a good box of cards, but like cheap is still like $300. And then you're going up to like Donruss Optic Football, which is $650, and that's a chance for like a downtown or night moves. And then if you want like a Kaboom with Absolute, it's $800, and that's none of this stuff is guaranteed. You're just opening up an $800 box of cards when you can buy the majority of the kabooms out there for $500 to $800, depending on, of course, on what player you want and stuff. But
Yeah,
um, it's tough because baseball, I'm selling those boxes in the shop for 120 for a hobby box. I would open a $120 hobby box and feel okay if I didn't get crazy cards in there.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just it's
Fair.
just an easier pill to swallow. So currently, right now, and of course, right now, spring training starts in like 4 or 5 days. World Baseball Classic. You have all this stuff happening. So baseball is obviously going to be picking up, and football is just pricing itself out. Panini, before they lose their license, is just they're going to throw stuff down our throat. We have Panini Black coming out, that they did a Dutch auction on that, which is like a reverse auction. Basically, they start at $3,000 and work their way down. These boxes are selling for like $2,000, which
Jesus.
it just, and it has 3 autographs in it, some different parallels and stuff. But like I guess the gambling side of it I get, but being even a card shop owner, I've talked to everybody about buying the singles that they want and having fun with it. Like, I don't carry a lot of those crazy big ass boxes like that, because like I don't want to see my customer spend $1,200 on a box and get nothing, and then I don't see the guy again for 6 months, 7 months,
Yeah,
and then all of a
yeah,
sudden he comes back again and was like, "Damn, that box really sucked. I had to take a break." Yeah, bro, you just spent a paycheck on a box.
yeah,
Like, I get it.
yeah. Where does because you know me and I'm going down whatnot rabbit holes. I'm doing very good on not buying stuff though, so that's a bonus.
Stop
But
your swiping. Yep.
dude, dude, it's so difficult.
Yeah.
Where does Leaf fall in with all of this? They're new, right? Or
No,
newer,
no,
I
no,
guess.
no. God, no. Leaf has been around
Really?
for so long. Yeah,
Really?
so Leaf
How
has
come I
been
never
around for
heard of
so
them then?
long.
Like I know Upper Deck, Score, Don Russ. I know those. Like, how come I never heard of Leaf until recently?
they were back then as well. Yeah, Leaf had one of the bigger ones. That Leaf has like a Greg Maddux rookie card that says Leaf on it instead of Don Russ, and the Leaf one's actually worth money. So Leaf has
Okay.
been around for a while, but back then Leaf had like everybody had the rights to putting logos on stuff. Well, that changed over the years. Leaf does not have the rights to put MLB, NBA, anything, any sport. So all of this stuff is unlicensed, and people have this big issue with something that doesn't have a logo on it, which is still mind-boggling to me because I love opening up the boxes and getting the autographs. You get the sticker autos or on-card autos of some of the biggest celebrities and athletes in the world that just might not have a freaking logo on their helmet, and still that guy signed that. Like, you still have that person's autograph. And now Leaf is getting a lot better. They're signing rights to like the Boozer twins, like Carlos Boozer's kids. That was a big push of them. They have a thing where Patrick Mahomes signed with them, so Mahomes is in a lot of their product right now.
Okay.
But yeah, because it doesn't have the license, people don't look at it as a reputable product.
Oh yeah, no. Like I got it's my Drew Brees splat or something. I think it's splat.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
splat.
But
Yeah,
I got that
my
from
wild
you.
card.
I got
Yep.
that from you at the shop, and yeah, it doesn't have the Saints thing. I don't care. It's still Drew Brees and a great looking card, so it's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like, we have a customer. I think I told us on one of the first episodes. We had a customer come in there and buy a wild card product, which is the same thing as Leaf, unlicensed, but some big names on there. He pulled the card that was on the box, and the box on the box was a dual auto Paul Skeens Nolan Ryan 1/1. So he pulled that card. It's dude, Nolan Ryan and Paul Skeens autograph on the same flipping card.
Yeah, that's good.
What the
Done.
hell?
Done.
And
Yeah.
because it doesn't have the MLB logos on it, it's a fraction of what it is because of it doesn't have the logos. But this dude, he's stoked. Where else are you going to be able to get something like that?
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah,
it's that type of stuff. I would take that card any day of the
100%.
week.
100%. Where do you stand on the whatnot, the people who have like custom cards? Would you buy one if it was a player or wrestler or UFC fighter you really liked, but the artwork was cool? Like it was something like you were like, oh, that's cool. Not to resell, not to value, but just that's kind of a sick looking artwork. Where do you stand on that?
See, it would have to be one that I really, 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 really love, because I fall out of love with cards nowadays pretty quick, because like I like to move cards and sell cards, and
Yeah.
it's tough. Like, I've had people make custom Raiders cards for me, and they have the shield in the background, and I have them. I just don't display cards like that though. Like,
Yeah.
I have like my autographs of certain players and stuff that I really like out, but I just don't display all those cards. Like, I love the art of what people are able to do with it, and I think there is a market for those. I absolutely do. There's some people who are like recreating Logo Man ones, which are some of the most highest sought after cards out there. Those are fun to see. It's just not for me, and I think people get a little bit too crazy and start making like the fake ones where people can't tell, that they're that damn good that they can't tell that they're fake.
Yeah.
And they sell those online. But custom cards have a place in the hobby. People enjoy those cards. And yeah, I mean, we have a local guy that makes them. They look fantastic.
But just that's more for personal preference of the person
Mhm.
on the card and the art rather than actual investment.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, because even there's not even it's wild, because like custom cards, like custom drawings, if you're like a big artist and you draw a 1/1, people freak out over it. If somebody made this amazing custom card, people are like, meh, it's fake. It's
Yeah.
it's just, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and a lot of the hobby, like, they just sheep flocking each way. That's it. I mean, yeah.
Speaking of beauty in the eye of the beholder, I got to show you a card a friend of mine had, and I bought it from him, and it's beautiful. It is. Oh, it won't focus. It's Rashad
It's
Evans,
Rashad Evans, yeah.
numbered and on card autoed.
Is that out of 25 or 75?
25. It's 24 out of 25.
Nice, fearless, nice.
Isn't that
Rashad has
dope?
a good auto.
He does have a good auto.
What year's that from? I didn't know he signed anything recently. Is that like
2025.
25? Holy crap.
2025.
He's
Brand
still
new.
signing?
I,
Wow.
and
That's cool as hell.
on card auto would mean the The sticker's not there. It's on the card.
Correct. Yeah, it means he touched. Yeah, he touched the card. He
Yeah.
went over
So
there, signed the card
it's
right
on
there.
card. It's on card auto.
That's a
Fearless
good
Fighters.
buy.
I was like, I gotta. He was like, hey, he listened to our show and he was like, hey, I got this. He didn't remember where he got it, but he was like, I don't know who this is. I don't watch UFC, but you want to give me like $30 for it? And I was like, yes, I do.
Yes, I
So I
do.
paid
Yeah,
$30 for Rashad Evans on card auto numbered.
yeah. Out of 25, that's fantastic.
Isn't that dope?
Yeah, it looks like it's in good shape too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep.
That's a
All
good
right, let's
buy.
get into Elimination Chamber. Wait,
Let's
first
do
off,
it. Okay.
did you watch? You watched last Monday night.
Yeah.
What did you think of the opening, Becky and AJ? I thought it was great. I thought their little banter back and forth. Becky all of a sudden being crazy, losing her mind. AJ just kind of throwing these little quips at her. Like, I thought that opening was great.
It is great. It For me, it's tough because like when she was the man character, for a while we loved her with it. And I think that she tried to come back with that and nobody took to it. Nobody wanted that character again by her. The crazy Becky is fun to watch. She's kind of just all over the place. And then that's kind of rad to see. And with AJ doing her little quick little punches that she does with her, that it feeds into it more. And I think they do a fantastic job with sparingly using AJ Lee.
Yes.
If we saw her every single week, it would be boring. But when her music hits and she skips down to the ramp and her and Becky have her little thing, it's must watch TV.
Right?
It's fantastic. Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other
No,
thing
that
is,
was good.
I feel like they took what we wanted when they were doing the Bailey vignettes and she was kind of skipping out. I feel like they took that from her and letting her do other stuff and they slowly slid it to Becky because now Becky's just acting unhinged and no, that's what we want Bailey doing. But
Right.
I'm okay with Becky doing it, but like that's what we want Bailey doing.
Right. Yeah, and it's weird. I think I had spoken about this earlier. Like Becky Lynch isn't like one of my favorites with doing like the man stuff that she was doing, the double champion. Like I think that they needed that at the time. Because they had to get away a little bit from Charlotte Flair, the whole thing. But I I like the crazy with it. I'd like to see Bailey do the crazy with it because I think Bailey's acting is fantastic.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've seen this side of like the psycho unhinged kind of just weird stuff that Becky Lynch does a couple times already. But I also think this is one of Becky's like last runs before she goes off to have another child, she said. So
Yeah.
whatever she wants to do right now will be fun for us to get to watch because I think we forget as fans, like this isn't going to last forever. And we all kind of gripe and bitch and moan about like this person, this is what they're doing. And then they're gone. And we're like, damn, remember when they were there? That was so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm gonna say this. This hurts me. I'm still on the train. I just might not be leading the train anymore, but I'm still on the train.
You're not a conductor, my friend. You've jumped back into the passenger cars.
Did you see all the goddamn botches that mid-card Jey Uso had during that match? There was like 2 or 3. I'll give you one because when dude was doing the worm, you tried to kick. It would have been great if it happened, but I can understand the time. But then there was like 2 or 3 others he messed up in that same match, and now I'm like, you're proving me wrong, dude.
Yeah,
Come
dude.
on.
I know. Yeah, it's pretty soon it's gonna be opening match Jey Uso because like it's just going from main event to mid card to opening match Jey Uso. Like this man is falling from the graces of the kingdom. Like, what is happening? Like, does he have the yips all of a sudden? Like, you can see him visibly not where he was at all. Like, and he's making these weird mistakes inside the ring, and people are getting pissed at him. A couple weeks ago, CM Punk. Like, it's happening more frequently. I don't know. Obviously, we are not going to know what the backstage stuff is happening with him. If they're kind of like, yo, tag team, that's where you're at right now. We're going to keep you here. But like, yeah, there's something mentally going on with opening card Jey Uso, and it's definitely screwed him up. So, welcome, Mr. Tubbs, to what everybody else is saying. We welcome you in with open arms, my friend. So
I like that you brought up the tag team thing because when he's back with his brother and they're being the tag team, like I'm for this. Let's run with this. But then after he wins, his brother tells him to go qualify for Elimination Chamber and go get a title. I'm like, no, no, we just abandoned that to come back to the tag team titles to revamp this, and now you're already pushing for no, go do this. I'm like, what? Like that was another thing that threw me in this. Like, man, I can't keep fighting this case
Yeah.
if this keeps happening.
So why I think it is because Jimmy's going to take time off when Naomi has the baby. They can't like keep like a crazy long run with them and stuff. So Jimmy's gonna have to be gone. Jay's gonna have to be solo for a little bit. So have to keep him kind of in the light with everybody. And you need those fall guys, right? He'll be in there. He'll do an Uso splash off the Elimination Chamber cage. Like he'll do things like that. Like he'll take he'll take an RKO or something crazy. But you have to have those types of guys in. That's what the Brooklyn Brawler was for, right? Same thing.
Fair, totally fair. Remember the Brooklyn Brawler? God, he was good.
Yeah.
Doink the Clown. Like, what happened to these guys? Would you accept? I don't know how they could do it. I mean, they could do it, but a heel turn for Jey Uso, and he takes the IC belt and he runs with that for a little bit.
It's boring.
Oh, Jesus. See, I can't keep
it's just boring.
Oh.
It's I mean, what like why? The tag team titles are fun. They make the division kind of fun and like relevant again, but then they get away from it. Like I think in my personal opinion, what they do, and you want to catapult both of them to a cool thing is Jey Uso, Jimmy, and the Wyatt Six, like having them go at it, like how they split up before and have the Wyatt Six against them. But go back to the days where like you abduct one of them, like pull him into the ring, like do something crazy like that with it. Don't just do the same basic, like, oh, something fell in the background. Oh gosh, what is it? Like, do something fun with it. I don't know.
Okay, my next one. We know LA Knight is in the chamber.
Yeah.
Randy Orton's in the chamber. We want Randy Orton to get another one before he finishes. Not that he needs it, but you agree with me. LA Knight needs it. Like, let's go. Let's give this a shot. But they keep not doing it for whatever reason. Do you think if LA Knight never gets a title, does he end up in the Hall of Fame like Rowdy Piper, Scott Hall, Jake the Snake, those type of guys that we loved them, loved everything they did, but they never got the big belt? Do you think LA Knight will end up with that career?
It needs years more. There's no telling right now. I think that the problem with it now is that like we have so many superstars that are keep coming up. Back then they really didn't. Like it with like the Roddy Piper and things like that guy is
a one of one.
Still a one of one, right? So like we go and we look at that and we say like, could LA Knight be something crazy? His microphone skills are amazing. He's a solid wrestler. I just don't. He needs a big moment. He needs a belt. They need to put something on him. They missed the moment when at his crazy hype with it, bringing him back. They did nothing with him with bringing him back. That no surprise, no fun. I think he needs like an Elimination Chamber win. I think he needs to get on that like name list of these big guys to have him be solidified as a Hall of Famer.
So would we agree it needs to go on him at the Chamber coming up? He needs the win. He goes to WrestleMania.
Yeah, how could it not? Like, what are they gonna? Like,
I mean, we said that at the Royal Rumble, and look what the hell they did. So that's what I'm saying is who.
The fact that even had Gunther back in the Royal Rumble is just mind blowing. They have Roman Reigns win again, Mr. Part Time again. Guy who doesn't need this guy doesn't need it at all. His music hits and everybody in the crowd throws up the one. Anyways, I'll go off a stupid tangent on that guy again.
Okay, let's get into the chamber. When we were little and Eric Bischoff came out and announced it, and we were like, "What the hell is this?" Apparently, it was Eric Bischoff's idea. They did the promo saying it was 10 tons of steel, 36 feet wide, 16 feet high, 2 miles of chain. When we were hearing these promos and they were showing the clips and stuff of it, like, what were you thinking when we saw this?
A death match. I thought people were gonna die, and people almost did die. I did my research for this stuff, and like it wasn't until years later that they actually put like padding down for these guys. But like yeah, I mean, we'll talk about favorite chamber moments, but like going back through and watching them to kind of refresh myself because I didn't want to go, like a basic, Brock Lesnar F5ing him off of the cage, or off of the top of
Yeah,
the
that's
cell,
I did the
that
same,
part of it, right? Because I didn't
which
want to
that was
do
still
that.
was cool, but I just didn't.
Oh,
I'm
it
not
was
picking that
amazing.
obvious thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I mean, yeah, when I heard of an elimination chamber, first of all, it was a breath of fresh air. It was something new for us to get excited about. And then when you're in there, they put like the best of the best. Back then, they'd put like the best of the best in the elimination chamber, and you legitimately didn't understand like what was going to happen. Like Zack Ryder winning, right? Or was it Zack Ryder? No, who was that? No, it was the guy that went on to MMA as well. It wasn't Zack Ryder? Damn it! Now it's going to throw me off.
that one.
Anywho,
God,
he
I do
did
know who you're talking about.
he did mixed martial arts for a little bit. He I think he was undefeated, like 2-0. He
Bobby
would
Lashley.
no, it was a white guy. I'll find it.
Okay.
Anywho, he wound up winning, and they had a bunch of people in there like Triple H and Shawn Michaels and all these different people in there, and he wound up taking it.
Yeah, and that was one of those
Um,
you didn't see. You didn't see that coming, but like we're saying for LA Knight, like that's the moment he needs. Like be in there with Randy, be in there with Brock, be in there with all these guys and win the thing. Like that's what this can do for people. And for those that don't know what we're talking about, it's the ring is surrounded by this circle cage, and there's four pods. Wrestlers are in the four pods, and then two wrestlers start. And I think it's every minute a wrestler's released,
yeah, something like
something
that,
like
like
that.
every minute, something like that.
And
Yeah.
then you lose by pinfall or submission. You're supposed to leave the cage. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. And the last man standing wins. And I don't think, I mean, knock on wood, because this Royal Rumble sucked. I don't think there's ever been there may be a disappointing, like, didn't want that guy to win, but I don't think
Right.
there's ever been a disappointing chamber match.
No, I don't think there ever has been. I will tell you, like, the disappointment for me in the chamber match is like back then, when they first started, it was the winner is the champion. So they'd
Yes.
have the champion in there.
Yeah.
And if you got eliminated first, you're just no longer the champion.
Yeah.
Somebody
That
else
was
is
cool when they
walking
did
out.
that. Yeah.
I like that because
Yeah.
then you really don't know what's going to happen, especially when they had the champion getting like eliminated first. You're like, holy shit, like we have a new
What
person
just
gonna be.
happened? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or like even like in the first one, they did it's what created a lot of the bumps that they do now. Like in the first one with it, Chris Jericho, him taking the bump against the glass on there. Now that's like a staple. Somebody has to be thrown
Yeah.
into one of
They
the
have to get their
pods
face rubbed into the chain.
every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, every single
Yeah.
time. It was like back in the day when no matter what match, all of a sudden somebody's caught in the ropes.
Yeah.
Somebody did a little flip over the thing and they're
Yeah.
getting beaten up in the ropes.
Yep. And I didn't put it on my list, but I feel like it's the Michael Jordan rule. Shawn Michaels winning that first one. Everyone who was in there, but him winning that first one, that there's no better way to write that. Like him
Yeah.
being him, especially him being at that time, he had left for a little bit, he comes back. Him and Triple H are always money if they're together or if they're
Mm-hmm.
going against each other, they're always money. Him, Triple H being the last two in there, Shawn Michaels winning, there was no better way to write that first chamber match to set it off how it went. So I didn't count that in my top moments because that's Michael Jordan rule.
Yeah, that's it's what's crazy you said it because I actually had written down because like watching that stuff, I didn't realize how bad Triple H actually got hurt in that match. He almost
Yeah.
died with his
Yeah.
throat getting crushed.
From
Rob
RVD.
Van Dam, man, Rob Van Dam coming off there and 5-star frog splashing him and crushing his throat. Triple H finishes a match. These dudes are built different,
Right?
like just built different. Like that is incredible to do. But yeah, that was on like my down on my list of just like to talk points because I'm like, this is things that we forget about and we have to go back and watch and go, holy shit, like
Yeah.
this is actually super cool.
Or like now when we get, YouTube and podcasts and stuff, it trips me out when like again, Triple H, I can't remember what match it was, but he had ripped his bicep off the arm like a
Mhm.
minute into the match, and the match still has to like continue, and he still has to use that arm, and he just does. I would be folded up in the fetal position, pissing myself, crying.
Done.
Done. This dude, nope. He gets up and just continues his match, and then gets backstage. Is like, we got a problem, and that
Yeah.
happens with a lot of these wrestlers. So that's where like, when people argue, oh, it's fake and it's scripted, I'm like, the fuck it is.
Yeah.
You
They
go do
still get
this.
crazy. Yeah, they still get crazy hurt. Those
Yeah,
bumps are taking off plywood in the
yeah.
ring. Like it's still crazy hard. Absolutely.
Okay, give me one of you want to do all yours and then I'll do all mine. You want to go back and forth?
For the favorite moments.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with my top one
Okay.
first. So, yeah, so we'll do that. I'll go with my top one, then I want to hear yours. So
This
my
is your
top one,
number one.
this is my number one that
Okay.
I threw me off a little bit for because it's not the most exciting chamber, but I was on a hype train with this. It was the 2020 when Shayna Baszler came in there. They brought her up. She eliminated 5 people. She eliminated everybody.
Yep.
She tore through them. Was it the best match ever? No. But when they were creating a superstar and it wasn't the name Brock Lesnar, it was insane. And she went in there and she dominated everybody. She submission, she pinned them. She just did everything she wanted to do. It shows, of course, unfortunate because then she went on to WrestleMania and lost WrestleMania, which was the dumbest thing that they could have done for that young lady. But like that moment for me was like solidifying, like, first of all, her just how badass she is, and then like what they're able to do, like in the women's chamber. They didn't have to get crazy with it. They had one female went in there, just wrecked everybody, and big names like Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, like their Asuka was in that. Like they had when Natalia, of course, was in there because she was in everything back in the day. But for me, that was my top moment, man, that I just thought was pretty damn cool of them to give her that shine.
I think she's still the only one to eliminate everyone that was in the thing.
Yes.
Yeah. That
Yep.
yeah, they dropped the ball with her. My number one is I didn't write down the year, but when Bray Wyatt won, he won his first championship. He was in there with Cena, Styles, The Miz, Dean Ambrose, and Baron Corbin. He won, and it was his first WWE championship title. And it was at the time that it was like it felt right, it felt organic. We as fans were all behind him, and so when he won, it was like, here we go. Like that was my number one chamber moment.
Yeah, that was that was pretty damn good. I mean, that was down there on my list with it. For me, I think the next one would have been the 2019 with Kofi Kingston. That started like a lot of the Kofi mania.
Yep.
I think that was and he wasn't even supposed to be in that. Mustafa Ali was supposed to be in there, but he got injured. Kofi took a spot. And then Kofi went on to WrestleMania to win the belt. Of course, only to notoriously have it for like 5 seconds. But
wasn't the next Monday they took it off of him?
Yeah, and Brock beat him in like a 15-second squash match. Like, who did you really piss off in the back to have that happen?
Yeah.
Like, what did you do? Like, realistically here.
And never even like get on the level of even trying for it again. It was one and done.
One and done, dude. Yeah, never again. Kofi Mania was over as quick as it began, unfortunately. Yep. But yeah, that was probably my number 2 for memorable moments with him.
My number 2 was Sheamus. Randy Orton's in one of the plexiglass things talking shit to Sheamus. And Sheamus is like banging on the thing, and he turns around and he thinks for a second, and he does his bro kick through the glass into Orton. Like it was like, I'll call it honorable mention, but in one of them, Goldberg speared Jericho through the glass. Like that was cool for what it was, but Homeboy just having enough of Randy Orton and them were in the middle of their feud. And when you watch it, Randy's like laughing at him like, you're not going to get me. And dude just kicks through that glass to get to him. Like, that was great.
Yeah, dude, that is actually pretty rad. Yeah, that was pretty rad. That was a fun one too. Damn, that was cool. I miss Sheamus, like how it was like just Sheamus used to be killer. That guy was insane.
Yeah.
And it kind of went downhill for me when they did the whole Jeff Hardy thing. I just never kind of recovered from enjoying him with all that stuff. That to me just was like meh. But my other one, the whole pay-per-view was kind of a cool moments with it, but it was the 2009 with Edge, where Edge at the beginning of the show lost his title. Then Edge at the Elimination Chamber won the title. I was like, what are we doing? Like, this writing is phenomenal. Like, for me, that was like a crazy moments for it, that I just, things you don't see coming. Because when I went back and actually watched the pay-per-view of Elimination Chamber, I forgot that Edge went back in to win the title. So I'm watching that, and I'm watching the pay-per-view part of it, and I'm like, oh shit, Edge. Oh crap, Edge lost his belt. Crazy. Then I'm fast forwarding, and I'm like, Edge is winning the belt. I'm like, no way.
So
Yeah, it was good.
I'm gonna surprise you. I have an asterisk next to. Here's the thing. That pay-per-view was called No Way Out.
Hmm.
It was at Key Arena. I was there
Oh shit!
when that happened.
Really?
And oh yeah, I was there. We were if the Jumbotron, the entrance is here, we were upper deck like here to the point when Undertaker came out, like we felt the heat from the flames.
That's
And
cool.
so when he lost the WWE belt, and then he came out and he jumps Kofi Kingston and he gets in
Yeah,
and locks himself. Like we were there. You see him? Like we saw him. We were like, "What the hell's going on?" He locks himself in. Like me, one of my buddies, and we had I think his son was 9 or 10 at the time. Like we had went. Like we were there, and it was like epic to be watching that unfold in front of us, and then Edge get the big gold belt at the end. Like that was epic.
yeah. It's the
Yeah,
first time in history that anybody's ever done that. Lost
I don't
lost
think they've
both
done
at
it
the beginning,
since.
and they've never done it since. But
Yep.
again, why? But it's been so long, 27 years. Do something like that again. That's
Yeah.
fun as heck. Like
Yes.
I'm in for something like that. That's great. It doesn't have to
Yep.
be a crazy money in the bank, cash in. Do something else fun with it.
That's fucking great. I love that you brought that up, and it was my
Yeah.
asterisk one. I love
Yeah, that
that.
is funny.
Yep. So who do we want winning the girls' elimination chamber? I'm not even sure who's in it in this moment, but
You know what? I gotta be honest. I'm not sure who's in it either. Because my problem with it is they're gonna put the same people. They're gonna put like Raquel in because you need a big girl. They're gonna put Nia Jax because you need another dominating force. They're
but
gonna
here's my thing: if they put Nia in and Nia wins, well, then that gives us Nia versus Liv, which they had their tag team thing for a while, so that could
I
potentially
hate
be
Nia
something at
Jax.
WrestleMania.
I hate Nia Jax.
Why?
Dude, she injures everybody.
Okay, that's
She
fair.
just she can't wrestle. Like she's I just don't like her. I just don't like her. I don't like her character. I don't know. The injury bug that she carries with her is just lame, dude.
Fair.
Honestly,
That's
I just
fair.
don't like it. I think she's a big force, but they tag team her like with this other chick who's super strong with it.
Who's
I mean,
Lash Legend?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine like Nia and Jade Cargill, like two of the worst performing wrestlers right now, trying to have a wrestling match with each other? Like it just wouldn't work.
Oh, that's what Jade will be in it.
Jade's the champion.
Oh shit. What's the Bianca? Bianca will be in it.
She's been gone, so is she going to come back for the Elimination Chamber?
I
I thought she'd
mean,
come back at Royal
we
Rumble. I
did think
would
she was coming
love to
back at
see it.
Rumble. That's fair.
Yeah, so if she comes back and she's in the Elimination Chamber, then she wins the Elimination Chamber. They have to put the belt back on her.
And they
I'm
have to
tired
do
of
the
that.
her versus Jade. We have to get to that.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. Because right now, Liv winning the Royal Rumble. Has she decided who she's going to fight yet? Is she
I
going to
don't
fight
think
that
so.
that Dracula chick,
Uh,
Draculia, or
I
whatever?
think that's what she's hitting. She's terrible. Stephanie something.
Oh, bro, it's
She's
so
terrible.
bad, so bad.
Yep.
Come on, get the girl with the death cutter, the whatever the hell that thing is called.
Oh, Sol Ruka, let's
So
go.
Ruka, bring her in the
Let's
eliminate.
go.
Bro, the elimination chamber is so Ruka doing that finisher.
Oh,
Yes,
oh,
please.
yes,
Yes,
please.
please. Bring
Yes.
her in there. Yeah,
Chelsea Green will probably be in there.
she better be. Chelsea Green's one of my absolute favorite now. Absolute favorite. She better be. That girl, her charisma and everything that she brings to the in-ring action with it.
Yeah,
She takes so much punishment from these people, like just to try to keep building them up. Yeah, she deserves everything that she freaking brings in there. Yeah.
that's fair. That's fair. Damn. And we want LA Knight winning, and I guess it's going to determine. Well, we'll have to wait and speculate who's in the girls' match to decide who we want to win. But you're right. If surprise entrance Bianca's in, she's winning, so she can go to Jade. We
Correct.
agree either. But if Chelsea's in it, do you want her to win?
She won't. I would love it. So for me, I'm always like I still ride that mommy train. Like I would love for Rhea Ripley to get the belt back on her. I don't like it when she's in the tag team that she's doing right now. Like I don't care for all of that stuff because I think as an individual superstar, she's flipping amazing. And so I think like her having a belt makes a lot of sense because she's a superstar all over the world. And like so I don't know. I would love to see her go up for the championship, and take it because they made her such a dominant force. She beat, as long as it's not Charlotte Flair, like anybody but Charlotte Flair, I
Oh
think I'll be
God,
okay with.
please.
Yeah,
Uh, Here's my thing with Rhea. I put Rhea damn near almost on Roman Reigns level. She
Mhm.
doesn't need the belt. That music hits. We know what
I
we're getting.
know.
Here we go.
I
She has
know.
the belt. Cool. Like awesome. We know also what we're getting, but also I agree with you. She doesn't need to be in tag teams, but she's money no matter what match she's in. So that's where she can be in this match. Like, cool.
Yeah.
But if you have her, Chelsea Green, Nia Jax, and that Soul Roca, and you have Soul Roca, I don't know if I'm saying her name wrong, but she wins after them being in there, like that does what we're saying for wrestlers. It does
It
nothing but
does.
make them look good.
Yeah. Well, and I want to bring something else up. So I'm watching back there, like Alexa Bliss back in the Elimination Chamber. Why have such a talent like Alexa Bliss and not do a dang thing with her? Like she's she's athletic. She can do so much on like she's actually good on the microphone out there with these people. And when she was champion for a long time, and
Yep.
people really loved watching her do that. You do nothing with her with the Wyatt Six. You do nothing with her when she comes back with this with the little doll. You do nothing like how it ended to continue on a storyline. And now you have her tag team with Charlotte Friends of we're not friends, we're best friends. Now them two are gonna wrestle each other. It's so dumb.
What if this new version of Natty goes in? Can she win?
Can she win? So I think Natty needs a mid card win first, like it like an Intercontinental Championship belt, because like they gave like Selena Gomez, she
But
did
we
really
can't.
well with
But
that.
we can't because Becky's got that tied up with AJ.
I know that. That's why I don't. I did. That doesn't need to be a championship match.
You're right.
What the hell would AJ
You're right.
lead? Why would
That's the thing.
why would
We
she
say
need
that
that?
we say this like and no shade on AJ. We can both agree.
No.
First ballot Hall of Famer. She did all the
Yes.
things like awesome. It's cool when she shows back up and does her thing. Unless she wins that belt and she's gonna like be around and be defending it, then okay, cool. But if you're still being this part timer showing up, then you don't need that belt. And even that, Becky beating you and Becky keeping her belt, like that does nothing for Becky or that belt. Whereas if it was Becky and Natty, Becky and Sol Ruka, like that does something for that belt and for that match.
It does. You give that belt on Natty and you have her do an open challenge. You submission open challenge. Like, hey, you come in here. If I can't submit you in the first 2 minutes, then you're getting my belt. And have her run through some NXT people. Have her
Yeah.
just flipping people over her shoulder, judo throwing them. Nasty armbar. Have something crazy like that go, and then at the end of it, like a weird DQ thing happened to where it sets her up against somebody bigger that they're gonna have to wrestle. Like she needs that kind of belt before she can get a championship belt. They will probably put her in the Elimination Chamber because I think that she needs that ruthless aggression moment of slamming against the cage, rubbing a girl's face into the chain link. She has to have that type of moment if they're going to try to build that character for sure. Absolutely.
I don't know why when you said the submission thing, they just remember when they tried to do WWE Underground?
I do.
Well, how'd you feel about that?
Hated it.
It was trash. It was
It was
weird.
god
It was
awful.
dumb.
Yeah. It was like they were trying to do some like weird junkyard blood sport backyard thing where I'm like why are we bringing these people in there? Like it didn't. Yeah, it felt dumb. It
It
just didn't
felt
feel
to
fun.
me, it felt like had it popped off or had it become a niche thing, it would have been over here being its own thing. And it didn't catch on, and it was like, what are we doing? And the people were standing like right against the little thing. It was so freaking weird when they did
Yeah,
that.
it was. Yeah,
And it always
I,
felt like it was in like the parking garage of the venue they were in. Like it was so weird.
it was thrown together super quick and cheesy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So what is this Saturday?
This Saturday is a big day for us. 2026 is the first Tops Rip Night of the year. We're going to be having from 2 to 6. We're having Tim from Slab Strong come up there. My buddy Tim is a fantastic guy for the hobby, a big influencer. He wears the big hat. He's the creator of Slab Guard, the slab bumper on the case on the guard on the graded cards. And then we'll have Ed Short Fuse Herman hanging out with us up there as well. We're going to be giving away Tops 2026 Series 1, these like promo silver packs. We're going to be giving those away. 2 to 6 is going to be just a hanging out time experience, man. Like I tell people, and I'm being very transparent when I say this, like pulling back the curtain for like the shop finance stuff. I'm not looking to have a crazy sales day. What I'm looking for is to have a community day. That's 2 to 6. I want people in the shop chopping it up with each other, opening up some packs. We have $6 packs. We're going to have packs that we can give away. We have blaster boxes of the new product. Like, we have inexpensive things for people to still kind of rip with each other. We're going to have Ed. I'm going to have him opening up some packs. Pack battle a UFC fighter, like with each other. Like, that's gonna be a hell of a lot of fun. But yeah, from 2 to 6, we're gonna be doing that. We have one of our amazing customers who's gonna be making free smash burgers for everybody. I took care of all of that up front, so now he'll be giving away smash burgers for people. And then after that, right at 6, when we close down the shop, we're running over to Buffalo Wild Wings, and we're going to do a watch party at Buffalo Wild Wings at the Bellis Fair Mall with Ed Herman. We're going to be in the Red Raider room in there, and we're going to be hanging out watching Sean Strickland against Fluffy Hernandez. Hopefully Fluffy beats Sean Strickland. We can stop hearing from this man.
What do you have against Sean Strickland?
I just don't care. I just don't. I would like Fluffy to get back on the winning track. I would like him to go in there and win again. I don't care to have Sean Strickland inside a title picture. I don't think that he's an entertaining fighter. I think the Philly shell stance and fight, I think he's a cool gatekeeper for people to go in there.
Fair.
But he's saying that he could beat Hamzat Chimaev. Chimaev would ragdoll you wherever he wants you to go. Like, Didi, like, you just got the belt taken off a gentleman like who just beat the holy shit out of you, and you think you could beat Chimaev? It might not be an entertaining fight, but Chimaev will be a wet blanket and just beat the holy hell out of you.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
Like,
I agree with everything you're saying, but I just like that this dude just runs his mouth and doesn't care if he gets in trouble with social media, the public data. He just says whatever he wants. Like, that's the thing I like about him. But I do agree with you. I think his best bet is gatekeeper for the division. Yeah, you get past him, you could start calling out title shots.
I just don't think he actually believes half the crap he says, like Colby Covington. Like, Sean might, and if that's the case, then he is certified wackadoo, because like some of the shit he says, I'm like, bro, like, you can't think this stuff. Or it's that guy that, he just says anything to make anybody feel shitty, or he wants to go out there and like poke at him and stuff. And what's bad about that is, like, we don't get to see the other side of him being like a nice guy too all the time. Yeah, right. Fair. So like, I manage this new guy, Emmanuel, who actually trained with him a few years ago. And Sean took the time to sit there with him and talk to him about a career and talk to him about like different career paths and stuff like that. And that's rad. That's cool stories to hear that stuff with him. But then you go online and you hear the guy just poking fun at fat people, poking fun at ugly people, poking fun at just things where you're like, brother, like, we don't need to do that. Like, you have such a big platform, and when people see somebody being a bully, like, they think it's okay as well, because, hey, shit, UFC fighter Sean Strickland's saying it, I'm going to say the same thing.
That's fair. We had the same thing with we had a fighter at Koga, Trevor Wells. He was in the UFC house and he was on Conor McGregor's team. And when that show was going, it almost made it, they cut it to look like Conor was too busy doing other stuff to actually be there. And I asked Trevor, I was like, hey man, like, what was the house like? Like, was Conor cool? And he was like, man, Robbie, I'm going to tell you, he was there all the time. Like, yeah, there'd be days when he had to go to this, like, he told us ahead of time. And there was one day we knew he wasn't going to be there. And the coaches like came and trained with him. And then all of a sudden they got a phone call that he was on a plane on his way there. Whoever wanted to come back at like 8 at 9 at night at something, like, he'll be there. Like, let's go. And he was like, they didn't show any of that. They didn't cut any of that. Like, he said, it was a great experience for him, the fighter. Like, Conor was there. He was present. He knew when he wasn't going to be, but all the coaches were there. But he said when he went back and like watched how they edited it, he felt bad that Conor was getting painted in this light, because like, that's not how it was at all. And that's to the credit of what you're saying. We know Conor, this mouthy, most times can back it up when he needs to, and that, well, used to be able to when he needed to, and that type of stuff. But then for them to not show those type of things is like, what?
Yeah.
What?
It wouldn't have made good TV.
Yeah, wouldn't make good TV.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yep. So we're doing ripping cards, and then we're doing fight night, all with Ed Herman. First at the shop. What's the address of the shop?
702 Kentucky Street in Bellingham, Washington, 98225.
And then
it is going to be a good day.
Wild Wings.
Yeah, bro. And the weather keeps looking, it's gonna get better and better. Like at first it was like it's like 95%, sleet and grossness. Then it's like, 80% chance of rain, 35%. Now it's looking like it's gonna be nothing, just a little bit cloudy outside and beautiful. So we'll have the doors open, the heater on, and it's gonna be a darn good time. We have a little fence up there. The next place sells beer, so people are gonna have some cervezas and hang out with us. It's gonna be a good time ripping packs and hanging out. I'm picking up
And
some
we're
more
not just
product.
doing sports cards. We're doing, what are we,
Pokemon
Pokemon,
as
what in the
well.
back? What are we doing?
Yeah, good call on that one. So we're not. It's not just for TC. It's not just for the sports guys. The TCG side is going to get as well on the 20th. So this Friday, the new Ascended Heroes Pokemon comes out. We're gonna release some of it, but I'm gonna release all of it on the 21st because we're gonna do a an energy break. It's called that. So energy cards are like the little power up type stuff for Pokemon. So what we're gonna do is have people buy a spot, buy your energy when they open up the pack, all those cards go to you if that's your energy, and we're going to do it at my cost. So if I pay $40 for the box, we're going to run those spots based off the $40 price, not off the crazy inflated price that it is right now out there, because I want people to have an opportunity to join into these breaks and have a good time doing in shop breaks.
You will know it far better than I will, but with the Magic and the Pokemon and putting the cards down, like doing all stuff, like I don't understand it. But did you ever see, God, I lived in Arizona, so this would have been 20 something years ago, that WWE tried to get into that game? I still have my pack somewhere. I'll bring him and show
Oh
them to you.
yeah.
That, did you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. Yeah, WWE tried to get into it multiple times. Do you remember the handheld game where you used to be able to put your card in there, like the little reader, and it would power up your guy on the handheld game too?
No,
WWE had that back in the day too. Yeah,
no.
you used to have to go buy packs of cards and slide them in there if you had somebody that you wanted, and it would power up your guy on the freaking on the
That's
little
awesome.
handheld game.
I just
And it was
remember
this, yeah.
I still have them somewhere, but I had two decks and was, trying to teach myself how to play with my friends. Stuff. It just gets too complicated. Same reason I don't get into Magic and all that, but it was just like a weird thing to do. But I was just like, I
No.
remember when WWE did this.
So I was a major WWF fan. I had every single wrestler. My best friend in the entire world, he lives in Arizona. He listens to our podcast now. He started on number one, listening to every single one of them. Flicks me so much shit for my love for HBK. But him and I met when I
Bro, you
was
can't throw shade for love for HBK. Calm down,
it's
son.
because
I
I
mean, all
called him
respect to your boy, but
it's
calm down, suck it.
because I called him the best in ring performer. So he's giving me so much shit about that because he's a huge Bret Hart fan. So like it's a fun
Like,
feud. But we would sit there at 10 years old and play action figures in my ring, and I had trunks full of every single figure you would want, and I was the only guy 10 years old with that, but had the ring. I had the ring, I had the full setup because that's where like my little extra money would go to. If I got
yeah.
any $5, $6 extra, I bought a wrestler. Like
We
that's
used
just
to
what
we used
happened.
to take two shoe boxes, put them together,
Mm-hmm.
and put duct tape right down the middle, and then that would be our ring with me and my friends.
Oh, dude, that was
But
our army.
same.
That was our army men base. We would cut the little holes and have like the
Oh,
army man
yep,
running through there.
yep.
But yeah,
We
that
did.
one ring, I do a Royal Rumble. We throw everybody in the ring and shake the shit out of it, and like the last one hanging on from the rope is like, yo,
Yeah.
Tatanka won. Something that would never happen. But
And did you have the subscription to WWE Magazine?
no,
Oh,
no.
really? I had that. I thought it was great. It was so
too
good.
too
I
too
still have
broke
some
for
of them.
that.
That's
My
fair.
mom working at KB Toys. I think she got like 30% off. So
Yeah,
she would so we would get I would get a new wrestler whenever they came out.
fair.
Yeah, it was just before they got crazy with the cages and everything else, it was just the
Yeah.
basic go-to solid ring. That
Oh,
was
you, I'll send you a picture of it. I told you the kid and I went to Cleveland for SummerSlam, and I
mhm.
saw this thing, and I was even holding it, but then it got to the point where it was like, okay, I'm 40 years old. I don't need this, but I realized I had put it back. Kid and I are getting stuff, and she's going, Dad, where's it? And I was like, oh, I don't need it. My kid's like, what? She goes and gets it. I literally bought the CM Punk pillow wrestling buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, so like, and again, I was like, I don't need it, but I want it, especially that nostalgia thing, and it's CM Punk like that. And I had put it back. My kid would not let me not buy it to the point when we got on the plane, she was using it as the pillow on the
Oh,
window. Like
yeah.
when we came home, like I still have it. It's sitting upstairs in my bedroom. And so like I remember when they first came out, like they were too expensive. There was no way mom and dad was buying that for me. And so like when I
No.
saw it at the thing, I was like, oh, I I really want this, but then I talked myself out of it. The kid would not let me. No, Dad. She went
Yeah,
and grabbed it before we could pay. And like, I totally down. I'm like, man, I wish I would have had one of these when I was a kid. Like, these things are so awesome.
dude, I did. I had the Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior wrestling,
Yep.
little pillow wrestling buddies like that, and those were, yeah, we tag team against those two wrestling
Yep.
with that. Talk about just a fun, different time though, bro. Like my best friend and I just had this conversation. We're playing Call of Duty, and we're talking about the times where we're wrestling in the pool, and I gave him a razor's edge, and then
Oh yeah.
I gave him a perfect plex, and I held him underwater to pin him. He's like, "You tried to kill me," and I'm like, "I tried to pin you.
You tried
Slow
to
your
kill me.
roll a little bit, homie. Like that's not what happened here.
Oh,
I didn't power bomb you through something, but yeah, those times like our imagination sitting there for hours playing with those figures and having just a blast. Like it's yeah, so much different times now. But it
that's
led me to something like this to where like my knowledge and enthusiasm and excitement for old school wrestling like is I love it.
yeah.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah. And it's fun, when we get together, we talk about it, but when I then have to explain to not necessarily the newbies like my boy Valente who gave me the mid card Jey Uso card, and I gave him a Razor Ramon Prism cracked ice.
Mm-hmm.
Like a couple days later after we talked about it, I was like, hey, I handed it to him. He was like, Robbie, I was looking at this card on eBay, and I was like, yeah, you can, that's yours. He was like, wait, are you serious? I was like, yeah, like you gave me that one. I'm going to give you. He was like, dude, I love you. Thank you, Bubba. He's been watching as long as we have, but there's very few people that understand Saturday mornings,
Mm-hmm.
cereal, cartoons, and then when it was wrestling and it was basically live action cartoons. And
Mm-hmm.
then our world changed when it turned into Monday Night Raw. It became,
Yeah.
what the hell is this?
Yeah. Mind blown.
Yeah.
Mind blown. Like, yeah, my boy and I talk about that stuff. Like, people need to go back. People who are listening to this, go back and watch some of those when Diesel and Shawn Michaels, when Diesel is power bombing Kurt Hennig through a freaking taxi window outside. Like, we talk about like a 1-2-3 kid, Dynamite Kid coming out, and I told my best friend, I was like, do you know who he pinned? Pins Razor Ramon and gets the 1-2-3 kid, and he's running around the ring away from Razor Ramon. Like things like that don't happen anymore.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun to go back and watch. Like when Monday Night Raw first aired, like I thought I was watching like ECW type stuff. I'm like, this
I
is
thought I was going to get in
nuts.
trouble. I was waiting for my parents to
Yeah.
walk in and be like, "Bah." Yeah,
Yeah. All of a
100%.
sudden they're wearing a little bit lower cuts and tops. And I'm like, wait, Medusa's not on this? Like, who the hell's
What are we
Sable?
doing?
Like, what are
Yeah.
we doing here?
Yep.
Yeah.
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 And so something you said earlier, remember when the ugly ass blue cage, like remember that? It's
Dude.
terrible. But when it was Diesel versus Bret Hart, and Undertaker pulls Diesel into the ring, like we're not
Yep.
doing, you could 100% do stuff like that with the Wyatt Six right now.
You, you most underutilized opportunities with this faction. Like I just don't get it. I don't get what they're doing. Like, cause every time that hits, first of all, you're pulling on everybody's emotion, like heartstrings. That hits, and all I think of Bray Wyatt. I just think of like what could have been, what the direction they were going on with him, what could have been with it, with him and Uncle Howdy. It could have been great. Like, why not utilize that though? Like, why not? Why not? Don't play it out, but man, play into it though. Like
Yeah.
I don't know who they have solo pick up the lamp. When he picked up the lamp, I would have had Uncle Howdy put his head through a freaking steel step for touching
Yep.
his lamp.
Yeah.
Like next thing you know, they're gonna have somebody break the rocking chair,
Treat
which would
that
just be
amp like
horrible.
treat that lamp like we used to treat the Undertaker's urn. Remember
Right?
when CM Punk and Undertaker had the thing, and CM Punk was just like tossing it around, and you could see Undertaker just like losing his mind over it. Like treat that lamp like that.
Exactly. It really would be cool. The power, the soul of Bray Wyatt is inside that lamp.
Yeah.
Like how nuts! Put a blue flame in there, just something
Yeah.
crazy with it. Whenever like somebody held it up, you would get Uncle Howdy be like, bam, just back up at him again.
Yeah.
Just a waste of talent with these guys.
Is there a world where the masked man that keeps attacking the Judgment Day? I think it's Logan Paul fucking around. Let's say there's a world where the Judgment Day turns on Finn Balor, they kick him out. Could we get the Fiend, or not the Fiend, the Demon King, but add him to the Wyatt Six?
No, because for one, he wouldn't. Would it be cool? Yes, but he would also steal a lot of the light off of him. He
Oh,
just
fair. I didn't think of that.
he's in that makeup is incredibly popular. Again, don't know why they don't want to use that as much, because I think that's such a rad character. They could have used him with Damian Priest. They could have done something crazy with that. No, and didn't the Mask Man, wasn't he going after the Vision? Like again, like
Oh,
he
that's what I meant.
ruined
The
for
Vision. The
Braun
Vision.
Breaker,
Yeah,
yeah.
I meant the Vision. Sorry.
So
I think that's Logan Paul.
yeah, the build is like Logan Paul, like he's
Yeah.
that big. Which I just, again, fun to see Logan Paul in there doing the stuff full time with it, but I'm over the Vision stuff as well. Like
Yeah.
I'm over all of that with it. I'm over Solo Sikoa bringing in 20 new members to a bloodline that we just don't care about anymore.
Yep.
They keep trying. It's like, first of all, we know your family's gigantic, but holy shit, dude, when you start bringing like a 6-year-old into there with it, like how many more people are we doing with
Yeah.
this?
We're good, bro. We're good. Calm
Yeah,
down.
exactly.
I think other than the Wyatt Six, but I think kind of all the factions in this moment are either played out or watered down, or kind of doing what we said with the NWO, where like, okay, you kicked Seth Rollins out and Logan's in, so now we have this new one, and you kicked Roman out and the Usos, and so they're Solo and these new ones, like, and then the Judgment Day, like, do we really even care about the Judgment Day anymore? Like, no, let's blow this up, let them all go be singles or tags, whatever they want. But I kind of feel like, other than the Wyatt Six, the faction thing is kind of played out, and so it would be kind of cool. Okay, we can do it till WrestleMania, but then after WrestleMania, whatever storylines, like, all of them are gone. And then that could lead to the Wyatt Six being this dominant force, that they're the only faction here. They show up, lights go out, they wreck shop, and they disappear. Like,
Yeah.
that could build us 2 more things.
No, I agree. It's just because I feel like they know a lot of these guys, like in Solo's team over there. Like I can't even name the names of the Tongans, like that tag team. Like that's fun. If that's going to be the way that it is, make them just insane. Then make them just wrecking people. Like I just don't think they wrestle that well. And we don't need Solo in a faction. So Solo showed that he can wrestle by himself. He just has no mic skills, right?
But
So
he doesn't need them.
No, he doesn't need them. Exactly. He's just a powerhouse. He's fantastic. I think they could do a lot with him. Use him like Samoa Joe, like AEW, or not AEW did, TNT did. Like when Samoa Joe came out, like we knew we were about to get somebody put to sleep.
Yep. That was gonna be over. Oh my god. Because you said AEW. I tried again, bro. I tried again. So MJF. How do we feel about MJF?
I was gonna say the same thing, dude.
How do you feel about him?
I'm so on the fence. I'm so on the fence about that guy. I think a couple years ago when he was gonna have to make the decision where he wanted to go, I think that would have been kind of fun. Now I watch him and I'm like, meh. I'd rather watch LA Knight. Like
100%.
it's that type of thing with me. Like I think MJF is AEW, and I don't think he could ever do much different, to be honest with you. And then he goes out, then he's in a squash match.
That's what I was literally about to say. So he was on Chris Van Fleet's podcast. Have you listened to that one?
Mm-hmm.
So he was on that, and I listened to all those. So he's on that, and it's MJF wrestling business. Like I'll listen. He's so good on that, and even talking wise, I don't know where the character and the real man differ. Like I don't know. Like, is he really like this? Is he putting on a show? Like, okay, I'm invested. So I went back and I watched the latest AEW. He's going against Brody King, and Hangman comes out. Homeboy grabs him. He hangs for like 2.5 seconds. Now, I know how to put someone in a rear naked choke. I've been in rear naked chokes. I know how that goes. You don't, even when it's locked in, you're not instantly going out like that. Like, he could have sold a little better, could have lasted longer, but to just have it be that quick and then he drops him and that match was over, I was like, this is why I can't watch this.
No, exactly. You're 100% correct. It's like me taking Benadryl. I swear to God, that pill goes, take it in my mouth, put it in my mouth, I'm like, I'm asleep. The same thing happened with him, man. You got put in a rear naked choke, and it's like, gosh, who is writing this? Tony Khan has his life action, his real life action figures, and that's all he's doing. It's boring. Yeah. It is boring.
And every time I try and give it another shot, I'm always reminded why it's boring.
No, man, bring opening card Jey Uso over there and give him a title. Like, do something.
I hate you. I love you. Bye.
Later, bro.
I'm gonna